Yeah, so like I was saying, when the clubs they let go of Iker Casillas, Pepe, they would mention it like really quietly in somewhat their interviews of what happened, and yeah, like I know for a fact Real Madrid would just let players go when they were good.
Yeah.
Again, Iker Casillas, even whatever happened between them and Ronaldo. So again, my whole point was I don't want to take too long on why I root for players more than I root for the club. Because yeah, clubs have a business model. They have a mindset of like I understand we're trying to do everything we can for our fans and for our community, but at the end of the day, it's still a business.
Yeah.
You know, again, I look back at everything that's happened this year, and to see actual businesses that I drove by, even here by the house where I live, it's like, holy shit, that's gone. Like it's empty.
Yeah.
And I don't know again if it's a pandemic. I'm assuming it is because I don't want to see why else, but it was like in a row. I was like, that's what made me think like, yeah, like something happened. But for these clubs, if I saw that, that's when I would go back to the Super League and be like, maybe they need something like that for these teams, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But the whole point why I was talking about this is that clubs, I feel, will take in consideration. Again, I'm still waiting to the day Messi leaves to see how they really treat him and how it is, because that is the best player they ever had ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they had Ronaldinho at once. They had the Brazilian Ronaldo. They had Rivaldo. They had Ballon d'Or winners there.
Yeah.
And again, to me, it's like, well, let's see how these teams actually treat these guys, because to me, for me, it's always the players first.
Yeah.
I always went for that. But.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how things happen. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, that thing that died real fast.
Yeah, I didn't. I think once certain clubs were like, "Oh shit," and they saw their fans, and they were just like, "Yeah, they're sorry."
Yeah, because
I just thought that was funny.
Then they made the realization of like, well, if it was really about money, these fans wouldn't necessarily care in the sense.
Yeah,
because it was like, oh, okay, but no, they know they had.
I mean, I
think that's the difference between just sports for me. Is there's fans, then there's how do I put this?
Fanatics
and just diehard fans, just
no,
like they're not considered themselves fans. They're
right.
Just like
here's my big observation of why I think the system in Europe is fucking amazing. I don't know if you saw me lately posting like the fans and the chants that I like to hear.
Yeah.
So I knew this too, but I randomly stumbled upon a video on YouTube saying, "Oh, fans in American sports versus fans in Europe sports." It literally shows both, right?
Yeah.
And then you see one where they showed college first, right? And it's like, okay, well, these kids are not fully invested like a pro team is. They're able to go to these games, so the passion for them is like, I live here. This is my campus. I'm on campus. Like their passion for that it's pretty cool. Like I like it, right?
Yeah.
But when you go to the like American pro levels, what I saw was, I was like, wait, you're giving people in Europe the ticket price for these. No, I won't say all. I haven't been to Europe, but in Mexico, I know it's like $30 in the general admission section. At least 30 to 40, maybe $50 at the most. And you're talking about people that save all week that probably don't have jobs.
Yeah.
Just to go to a game because it's something for them.
Yeah.
That they live and breathe, and like it's more than soccer to them when they're there.
Yeah.
As opposed in America, it's like, I'll go to the game. You guys want to go? I got tickets. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Here, because why? One, again, it goes into what we said earlier, the regulations and like promotion and all that, and like the possible. No, here it's like, oh, we got a team.
Yeah.
On my way, I'll go to the game.
Yeah.
You know, there's a majority of, I think, of the fan base here is like, I'm taking my kids. It's a weekend thing with my family. Yeah. No. In Europe, when I saw this video, I'm like, they go hard like they do in soccer. You know how like everyone's going nuts in Europe?
Yeah.
In the European basketball teams too.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that? I don't know if you saw that video.
I've seen. I don't know if it's the same video, but I've seen videos.
It's the same fucking atmosphere, like, but in a smaller one, it's like, holy shit! Like, I was like, this is amazing. Like, they're going hard. Yeah. But then I was thinking of like, nah, they don't allow that shit over here though, because it's a business. It's this, it's that. It's so many like weird regulations that these teams have out here than opposed to like in Europe.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking to myself again, like, I just imagine if we go to a Laker game and you're like, you know what? Because LAFC has a pretty cool fan section now, which I get, but at the same time, it was built out. Like, I understand how they built it. But if you take all those people and say, you know what? Come to the game like that.
Yeah.
Everyone would lose their shit.
Yeah.
I think regular fans would be like, can you shut them up?
Yeah.
And let regular noise go? Because that's, to them, probably be like, what the
yeah.
Like, but I think it would be like a fucking shocker in the sense of like, they're going all out nonstop.
Yeah.
And you don't see that here. Like, again, the college basketball game and the college football, yeah they have their section because it's like, it's a thing and it's pretty cool. But to compare it, no, these fans, and I saw these videos, they all say the same thing. The hooligans, the diehard. No, this is life or death for us. If we come across us, we're fucking fighting you.
Yeah.
No, if you see a Laker fan and a Clip fan, you fucking suck because we have all these banners. That's all you need to tell you.
Yeah.
That's all I need to tell you.
Yeah.
Over here is like, I won't give a fuck if you won 10 in a row. I'm killing you tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the stadium if we fight. It's like, for the love of my life, fuck you. Like we're like, and it's insane because it really is a whole different dynamics. And from the last time I went to when I was in Europe, the fact that women in Europe are deeply invested in understanding what the sport of football out there is.
Yeah.
Like, I was blown away from this girl just giving us the whole spiel when I was at the Stade de France.
Yeah.
I was just like, man, she knows as much as I do, probably even more. And over here, it's like the average girl doesn't really know about soccer.
Yeah.
It's like you kind of got to tell them, and it's kind of a 26-year-old sport here as opposed to 100 years plus over there.
Yeah.
So again, like, just seeing those fans and the fact that I'm talking about fans, it's something that I want to see back because the European fan base is literally nothing compared to anything in the U.S. Around the world, it's just something that, again, they live, breathe, and die for because these guys. Oh, and I was trying to get a point that these prices are for the people that are like, they're trying to make a four. They're trying to. I see how they do it because they're trying to get like, okay, we want to get people like it could be discrimination, whatever how you want to call it, but it's like, hey, you want these kind of people in our stadium.
Yeah.
Because when we went to the Atlas game in Mexico, those guys don't have jobs.
Oh yeah.
For the majority of that fan section, Hulu, like the drums and everything, the majority of them don't have jobs.
Yeah.
But they found a way and they got into the game and they fucking go all out and go beyond and above. But that's a thing that I think separates these two cultures of like really passionate fans as opposed to fans that are allowed to be there. I mean, I don't want to sound bad like or against it how it is out here, but I think at some point it's like, okay, let's raise these prices because we know these guys can't go in here.
Yeah.
Which is, they're fans too. And I think that atmosphere will be amazing, but at the same time, it's funny because we see what those type of people do, the stadiums and what they do and what's happening.
Yeah.
But that's part of that European culture. That's part of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they live and breathe and they invest their whole week into going to this game where it's like, I want to fucking win, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny too because I was watching Euro Trip. Remember Euro Trip?
Yeah.
It's like literally like that, and it's like we will never have that here, ever, because the culture and the dynamics here is like, no, I got a job to go to tomorrow.
Yeah.
These fuckers don't.
Yeah.
You can throw me in jail. It's funny because I was watching a documentary with Atlas and Chivas, and the guy who asked them, like, I think it was a Chivas fan, he's like, how many of you guys been in jail at least in the past couple months or how? He's like, I've been. Everyone raised their hand like been in jail for 5 or 6 times because of a game, because of the riots or whatever they had, and it's like, these people out here is like, no, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Like, I'm not going to jail for this shit. Like, this team's still gonna be here. Like, I can watch this shit on TV, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's a whole different dynamic, and I don't think I don't know where we're going with this and how we got to this conversation. I just know that fans are needed back in the stands, and I hope it happens sooner. I know I just read today, Euros, the majority of the stadiums are going to have, I think, at least 50 to 75% fans.
Well, did you?
I think one stadium's going to have 100.
Did you see the cricket game in Australia?
No, it was a fact.
They had 78,000 fans.
Oh, that's Australia, where they didn't even really have COVID
Yeah.
the whole year.
No masks.
Yeah.
No masks. But I saw the photo. I'm like, wow. Like literally
Like,
shoulder to shoulder, everybody. It's
Like, we missed that.
yeah. It was cool to see in Australia, but we'll see what happens in the rest of the countries. But yeah, I'm sure eventually at some point, obviously, we'll get fans and all that stuff back. And
Oh, for sure. I mean, if they're talking about the Euro Cup, I think once after the summer,
I feel like it's.
I want to say for sure next season.
I feel like it's a whole it's starting because I just saw it in Australia. We've seen it in other, Germany and some other countries that have fans back.
Mexico's opening up. They have most of their
Mexico's
fans
have
coming
opened
back.
up. Certain parts of the states
Or
out
here,
here,
yeah.
or Texas. Actually, remember the Texas baseball team? They had a sold out
crowd.
one of the games. I don't know how it is now, but I guess that first game back in the sense they had a sold out.
Well, I think it's also because of the sport. Because I think baseball decided how many they wanted. And the MLS out here is like, we're still taking precautions for other teams. So we're slowly, even if the sport literally is the other stadium's like down the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, it's down the street.
Yeah. But yeah, that was that. What else?
What we got? What else? I mean, champions.
Who won? City won, beat PSG. PSG's not going to win. They're not going to win.
I'm not counting them out.
I'm counting them out. They're playing the same way they've been playing. They haven't shown me enough to say that's PSG that's going to win and go far. They score, and then that's it. City's been playing the same way, but then they adjust and they go and get the game back. They went down 1-0, and they went and got the game back. I mean,
I give them. Here, I'll be honest. I saw the goals from City. I gave them the free kick. Even De Bruyne was happy. I mean, surprised of that goal.
Yeah.
It was whatever miscommunication, but I don't think that was a goal to be like, fuck, like you really went through us to get that goal. It was more like,
yeah.
Like, it was almost like those type of goals to me feel like an own goal type deal. Like we're like, oh well, dude, like I didn't. Yeah. So I felt like this game was more of a tie than anything else.
Yeah.
City adjusted. Don't get me wrong. I saw the fucking drastic adjustment they did.
Yeah.
And they were able to at least. But to me, if I would go with City, I would have had to see goals that were like, yeah, they adjusted to where like fucking PSG were like chickens with the head cut off.
Yeah.
PSG was just holding on because they were that good to hold on where, yeah, there was one unlucky goal. The free kick was just, that was amazing. That was a great free kick. Right? It was the second goal, right? The free kick?
The free kick, I wouldn't call it amazing. The wall moved. The wall opened up.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. But
if the wall would have stayed closed, it
reminded me of one of those most.
It looked like a reaction or like just a natural reaction to just move your body, get out of it. Because they jumped up, yeah, but it's like if they would have held their own.
That's also with maybe who shot it? What's his name?
Who shot the goal?
I know. I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. The German.
Gundegaard.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe him too. Just thinking like because Ronaldo scored.
No. It wasn't him. It was Mahrez.
Mahrez. They looked the same. Sorry,
yeah,
Mahrez. Sorry, Mahrez. Yeah, they kind of the same. It's kind of reminded me of the goals, free kicks that Ronaldo did.
Yeah.
He would always shoot through the wall because he knew he had something going on there.
Yeah.
So maybe he thought that where if that was that way, I'll give him that. I'll still give him that.
Yeah.
But again, I don't give City the go ahead because it wasn't goals like to be like, oh, those were goals to like you really fucked up PSG. I think the majority of those goals, is a higher percentage of luck.
Yeah.
Again, if same with going back to Juve, if Ronaldo didn't put his foot up and turned, that free kick probably would have never gone in.
Yeah.
But again, it's the way he reacted. Like, it's one of those like, hey, you reacted that way.
Yeah.
If you reacted the way you always do, that ball wouldn't gone in. So it might have been one. Either one, I would give me one now. Now to look at it, I give Manchester City either goal in a sense of like, if the first one in De Bruyne because it was unlucky, and if that wall didn't move, it would have been 1-1.
Yeah.
Now, if that other goal, the first goal didn't go in and the wall moved, okay, we give them that goal.
Yeah.
But again, I see the goals as just some more towards of a luck than PSG just losing it in a sense of like they got outplayed. Because again, I told you earlier, and I was looking at the game like, yeah, they don't. I don't know why he doesn't want a number 9 in there. I'm still trying to understand, but if it's working for him, and again, these goals the way they came in, great. You need a little luck in Champions League. Everyone's always going to need a little luck. The Marquinhos goal was a fucking amazing goal. That was
he lost his mark. He ran in and just got the flick on the header.
And no one marked that. Those goals are goals that you go in to be like, I'm going to get this goal in because it's a set play and this is how I'm doing it. It's not like a luck goal where I closed my eyes and it bounced off my head and it went in.
Yeah.
So his goal was a goal where I'm like, okay, I'm convinced. So I thought PSG was like, all right, we're going to roll with this because that goal came in quick and that goal was like, okay, it was a good goal.
Yeah.
But I give Man City the credit of adjusting, but these goals are more, again, for me, just felt like you kind of got luck on your side from somehow in some way. You just took that luck.
Yeah.
But if you want to go with them,
I'm still going with City. As much as I hate them, and the only reason I'm going for them is because my idol is Pep. So
I don't know, man. Your idol's a rival.
Yeah, I know, but I'm rooting for my boy Pep. And then this was what, Madrid and Chelsea.
Did you watch?
I saw a little bit of it.
Okay.
It was a little back. It was what I expected. Because I expected. Neither team right now has a I guess you could say a superstar to look out into, like for example, PSG is like, man, we gotta be aware of Mbappe. We gotta put bodies on Neymar. We gotta shut those two down. Not saying Real Madrid doesn't have any. I mean, Benzema, he's a player. There's a couple players there, and then Chelsea, Timo Werner, maybe not really. There's not a lot of guys. But neither one has the one that's like, man, we really gotta watch out for that one. So it was what I expected. I was expecting a tie. If anything, I was expecting a last minute maybe goal or a tie or something. I wasn't expecting a massive lead of game or one team dominating the other. It was back and forth. It was a little back and forth, and it was in between who's gonna really beat that middle play. Because Cruz, Modric, those guys, Casemiro, that's a solid middle. Chelsea's middle, you got Kante. I think Kante's the only one I can think of. I don't know if Pulisic was playing in the middle.
I think he was on the wing.
And then there was somebody else. I can't remember who else plays in the middle for them.
I mean, that alone that you didn't know, it's like
So what I'm saying, it's like Kante already is a world class player. So I mean, it's who's gonna make that first mistake, I guess, in terms of possession and dominating the middle. And it was back and forth. I mean, Chelsea had their chances. Real Madrid had their chances. It's just who's going to capitalize on it. And it ended up tying 1-1, kind of what I expected. Going forward, I feel like this will it could or could be but I'm thinking it's going to go into overtime, and this will probably be the only game that goes to PKs. The Chelsea and Real Madrid.
Oh no, you're going PKs?
I'm saying PKs, and out of that's anyone's game at that point. I think it's anyone's game at that point. I don't see either one. I'm not saying neither one is going to take initiative and try to take risks. I just think is that they're both leveled in the sense that neither one, to me, can see that they have the upper hand, have the advantage.
Well, the way I saw the game, I saw it that Chelsea was overtaking it at a certain point. And then after the whole game, I felt that Chelsea was more happy with the results than Real.
Yeah.
From the sense of the game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to lean towards Chelsea because they have a momentum right now from even the league and whatever they're doing well with this coach that they have now. And it's funny because I even saw Pulisic speak before the game, the press conference, and he did his thing and he surprised me, and he scored, and it's like I think he got his confidence back from when he left off when he was injured.
Yeah.
And even one of the pundits says when he's healthy, and I agree, so I'm gonna re-say what he said. When he's healthy and at 100, he's really good.
Yeah,
like he was before he was injured.
Oh yeah.
And I think this might be a breakout Champions League for him at this point. Not throughout the whole Champions.
Yeah,
but I think this semifinal and they go to a final is going to be like, holy shit, it's what he's been working for. And like I think I'm not going to say he's the star like a Cristiano or whatever, like, but he might be one of the guys for Chelsea to actually help now.
Yeah.
To get over that.
Yeah.
And as Real I see is like Real is more of the this team to me this round is like they're the team where like, oh fuck it, today we got it. Last week it was like fuck, we're about to lose our coach but we got it and we got this game and we're gonna be fucking praised until we go next week and something happens.
Yeah.
So they're that team that's like up and down where it's like, all right, you're Madrid, so we can't completely hate you because you're Real Madrid.
Yeah.
You have a prestige of like being one of the best for a very long time.
Yeah.
But to see the actual players play, and then I'm like looking at Marcelo, I'm looking at that whole midfield. I'm like, I was really expecting them to play like they played with Ronaldo, but without Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And when I was watching the game, I'm like, what is it that you guys did differently against Liverpool? Is Liverpool that bad? Then I understand, then they should have lost. So you guys deserve to win that game. But Chelsea does have a momentum where Madrid is like, we're just getting through. We're just getting by because we're Madrid.
Yeah.
And that's why I sense of like, I think Chelsea's going to do it in a good, fashionable way. And if Madrid pulls it off, it's always going to be that bullshit call. Like, but again, there's no Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But we seen Madrid win against Atalanta that one game where it was like, what the fuck? Like, something happened where they got a red card right away. Remember? It was like, what? Like 5 minutes in the game. Remember we were talking I feel that's how they're going to, if they win, I think they're going to have some type of bullshit call where everyone's going to be like, fuck it. All right. They won it that way.
Yeah.
That's how I think they win. I honestly don't think penalties. If penalties happened, it's when they turn around this game and really play, and where I'm like, holy shit, it's a completely different team.
Yeah.
But if they play the way they've been playing this whole season, and Chelsea has that strong confidence momentum, I think Chelsea's gonna.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to see an all English cup, but I really want Mbappe to finally do it.
Well, we'll see.
But yeah, again, we'll see.
That's all we can do.
I want to, before I forget too, Mbappe had one of the worst games I've ever seen him play, and it's sad. Yeah. He had no shots.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I was watching some of the. I was like, where the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
I was like, he's literally just like on the side passing the ball back to Neymar. I'm like, the fuck's going on? Like, is City really that good to shut him out, or is he just not? What the fuck's going on?
No, it's just when you play a team that can just, they're not a counter team, but they can move the ball so well and get down the field so fast. It's like you take less risk on certain things you would do with another team. And that's the thing with Pep is that he's teams that he makes or teams that he builds or teams that he develops, however he puts their game plan for those teams. Mm-hmm. He does it so well that the other team second guess their own game plan. You know, they second guess themselves and say, man, we can play like this, but if we lose the ball, they could get down the field and it's so fast that we might be screwed. Because it's not that they're fast to get down the field, is that they possess the ball so well that at any moment they could break through and they get their opportunity. Which is what's difficult to play against, because like you just said right now, they're not playing with the 9. So the defense is like, who do we mark in this pocket?
It's funny because
what do we do?
I saw Kimpembe. I saw a moment in the game where because Bruno No, what's his name? I just went blank. The Portuguese. I just went blank.
Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo was supposed to be the 9.
Yeah.
But when I saw the formation, and I forget who the wingers were, but when I saw Bruno in the 9, I was like, nah, this dude's gonna drift to the right. And when I saw that one moment, literally Kimpembe was in the center. He's a center back. He was by himself, and then you see Bernardo to the far right with the other winger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who the fuck is he covering? He's just covering air. He's waiting for a player to come in.
Yeah,
So
and he can't. And if he gets out of that position, now he leaves the whole middle open. So again, Pep has the mentality of just knowing how to be tactical. Like, he's a tactical genius.
Given that, as a defender, do you just sit?
Yeah, you just gotta sit.
You have to be patient.
You have to be very patient.
Right?
Yes, because
you can't
jump. You can't jump.
Go out of your
Go after,
position.
because the moment you do,
Boom,
you have to remember, if Bernardo Silva's over there, and I don't know who the other winger was for them. I think it was Foden or somebody else. Mm-hmm. If he was whatever on what side with the winger, and let's say that one guy's screw it, I gotta get out there. Now you've left your position open, and now another player can just jump right in there, and that's where they kill them, is that they can move the ball so fast off of one touch that the teams are like, they don't want to jump on it, because as soon as they jump on it, you're gonna get killed.
So if you can't answer this, what is it hard? How hard is it to be that patient as a center back, or even your coach for that team, to tell you, look, don't fucking move.
You just have to discipline the hell out of them. It's not hard. It's just you have to discipline them really well, and they just got to be very communicative and be aware of everything. Because I've coached teams that way, where we've played a team that, yes, possesses and presses or pushes play, but it's like, we're not going to see the ball out. So I tell them, you just have to wait. You have to be disciplined enough to. But when we get it, we got to go flying down the field, because everybody's up high. Everybody's pushing up, and we just got to fly down the field and get something in that moment, because they are chasing us and we're going straight to goal. And it's worked for some teams. Some teams are capable of doing it. A perfect example was when Barca lost to Chelsea years back. Chelsea parked the bus. That's when parking the bus became a thing, because they just sat and waited. Another team that did that really well was Inter Milan when they won Champions League. They played a 4-4-2
with Mourinho.
But the 8 guys, the 4 defenders, the 4 midfielders, if you were to ever go back and analyze that game, they stood in a straight line and stood in their positions. Nobody interchanged. Nobody followed passes. Nobody followed players' runs. They stood so disciplined. It was like literally trying to go through 2 walls, and it was nearly impossible, because teams couldn't find a way to break through them, nor could they find a way to make those players shift and move. Yeah. So with teams like, PSG or whoever, players just get impatient, because they're just naturally like, I want the ball. Naturally, it's right there. Like, I have a chance to get it. So they take that one risk, that one moment to try to get it, and then they get beat by getting passed around. And that's always the difficult part about all that. That's always the difficult part about trying to play those kinds of teams. And that's what I'm saying, is like, I think for PSG, I think for them to have a real good chance is they got to win it on set pieces, corner kicks, free kicks, going into the box, because possession wise, City's going to dominate that. I think they're just going to dominate that.
See, look.
Yeah. So like
De Bruyne's coming up.
But see, look, the 2 guys, there's 4 guys around those 2. Yeah. They just clogged in right there.
And see how De Bruyne just leaves?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. See, because they get so impatient, they want to just pounce on it.
Yeah.
But if you're disciplined enough and smart enough, you don't need to put 4 guys against 2, maybe 3 at least, just to slow them down. But the thing is, they took out 4 guys right there. And then the problem going backwards is, or sorry, not going backwards, but the problem on the counter is just being able to find that momentum to slow them down.
Yeah.
For City, in the sense, because City, you're pushing up numbers. You got to find a way just to slow them down, because you're gonna have at least 2 or 3 guys defending. But yeah, with when you have a team that presses high that way, especially with numbers and possessing, as much as you're not in the sense wanting to counter and sit and counter, because you don't, when you're a certain style, you don't train your team sometimes to play another style. because you're so focused on what you want to play for them. So look, like right now, they're all in a straight line. So see,
luck.
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying is that the discipline there was that nobody got out. Nobody repositioned themselves. They allowed all 4, 3, 4, 5 guys on top of the box to stay in a straight line rather than say, hey, get organized again as it's moving around and don't chase the ball.
Yeah,
The problem sometimes is when the ball's moving and the players aren't, players want to chase the ball. See, like just chasing and then chasing and then but nobody's getting back in position. Everybody's just stuck. So you had literally 2 guys trying to defend a ball against probably 3 guys. Everybody was chasing. Nobody got back in their positions. Nobody got organized. So if they were to stay organized and be disciplined in their positioning, maybe that opportunity never shows up. But those are the things that, again, you practice and you train because, again, Pep, I've been fortunate enough to see videos of him that he's done some great things, and the way he details his training sessions, the way he details his coaching moments in the terms of when they're playing and doing their practices. It's amazing how
so they lost by not being real disciplined.
They weren't disciplined. It was simply an outcoached team.
Nah, I don't think outcoached. They weren't.
Yeah,
because
it's
being disciplined of being able to stand and fucking take the ball.
Yeah, well, that the free kick, I'll say that one because again that was that. But the
you
first
gotta tell
goal,
your fucking wall, don't.
Yeah,
you
the first
fucking
goal,
take
the
that
first
ball.
goal, the first goal, and I guess just throughout the game, it just seemed as though when PSG got their goal, they got their goal. But then after that, City just turned on to a whole nother
but City didn't finish on those actual finishes.
But here's the thing.
But
here's the thing that I've always said with Pep and everything is this guy he's a tactical genius. He sees something, and he goes after it, and then he finds weaknesses. He finds this pocket. He finds it, and he tells his players, when you see this, you see that, we got to start looking for this. And then he'll communicate with another guy, and then they'll communicate with another guy. I did this at my game on Thursday. We were in a moment where they were trying to play a high line. They were being disciplined. They weren't chasing us. And I told my winger, I said, look, every time you get the ball, their center back split, and the outside chases the winger. Well, like, dude, we can easily switch and play a through ball over the top like 9 out of 10 times. And sure enough, we weren't doing it, and then we started doing it. And we were getting in so much more than what we were just trying to go down, just playing through the ball on the ground. And sometimes those are the things right then and there that some see and some don't in terms of coaching. That's one thing I've always loved about Pep. And it's funny because Pep and Sir Alex Ferguson are like my two, coaches I idolize the most. Yeah. And they're both completely opposite. Yeah. But they both find their way to get their points across in their own style. Right. Sir Alex Ferguson said it best. He goes, when they play, he goes, I sit there and watch. He goes, I don't need to be on the touchline hollering and yelling because they should know what's expected. Yeah. Which is fine. Which is true. And it's happened. I've seen it. It's like, they play the way they play, and then it's like he just sits there, doesn't say a single word, and they're playing phenomenally, And then with Pep, he's opposite. He'll sit, a few minutes, but then he's on the touchline telling this guy this. He tells one, come here. He pulls one over, starts talking to him, and and you see his hand gestures and all these things. And so every coach does their things obviously differently, but for me, Pep is like he analyzes the game in a way that like it's like no other. I mean, it's amazing what he does, and then to be able to see when they had the thing on Amazon with City, and to see how he goes in the halftime in the locker room and how he talks to them.
That was a red.
And how he talks to them in the locker room, and then puts it on the board and does the X's and O's. It's amazing because then they go out there and then it's like they do it and they perform it and they try it. But he finds, again, like I said, he just knows how to adjust the game so well. Yeah, no, but it also hurts him at times.
I think he's a genius in what he does as a coach. You know what I mean? But I'm always a firm believer in how, like, again, he won the game. You got the goals. Great. But when I hear certain things of like genius this, genius that, and this tactic, that, and that, great. Go back to what I said about other players. Like, you have 1,000 goals but have no titles. Okay. Great. Keep your goals.
Yeah.
In this sense, as I'm learning, as I go along and watch games, I'm a firm believer again. He got the result. He got the game. I just think these goals weren't in place of the way he fully has his game plan. He adjusted from halftime drastically.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
But again, I think, like I said earlier, I give either goal to them as a goal as opposed to one goal being luck. If it's the free kick, again, every time I hear about free kicks now, it's like goalies really have to tell your wall, you're taking whatever fucking ball's coming. Do not move this way. And if the goalie didn't communicate with that, then it's a discipline thing. It's one of those things where, like, so I think, again, I'm going to stand by saying I think PSG lost this game for not being very disciplined enough in what's in front of them. I don't think it was like a holy shit. There's like a Houdini team out here again where we're chickens with our heads cut off, not knowing where we are and we're lost. Where it's 7-1. I think it was more of like PSG was able to get that goal firmly, but then was like, okay, PSG, what the fuck? You got to keep going at that. Where that's how they play at their times. Where like they're a counter team, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but again, the only reason I could disagree a little bit on what you're saying is because a lot of things happen for a reason, you know.
No, and I agree.
In a sense that it's like, how can I put this? Because I've been doing this for years, and half the time I still get players that, you know, they try to think they know more than me and this and that, and it's like they see things, I see things, it happens.
Well,
but hold on, for this game, that free kick, I'll use a free kick as an example. I can't remember exactly how the free kick came about or how he got fouled. I mean, if we go back and watch it, we'll watch it. But it could have been prevented to begin with.
Of course, all these things prevented.
No. But I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
At this moment.
No. I'm not talking about the goal. How he scored the goal. What I'm talking about is
the play that happened. The thing that goes into that moment.
So
I get that.
But this is what I'm saying. This is where I'm trying to get at here. What I'm trying to get at here is PSG was well enough to prevent that. It would have been prevented in the sense of the trying to do the thing. This is where I try to get at why Guardiola is so good at what he's doing. The free kick is happening exactly in the position where you just said they're not playing, which is the 9.
Right.
So he found a way to say, hey, we're going to find a way to get into that box. We're going to find a way to get into that pocket.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
No, I know. But I'm saying what you're trying to say is that, oh, well, Man City's not that good. I think they just kind of got lucky. No. This guy played it beautifully in the sense of if we can get that 9 out of that position.
So you're telling me, hold on, you're telling me that this build-up play mattered more than the actual kick into the wall?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, again, that free kick doesn't happen if he doesn't play the way he plays it. Now, if let's just say PSG played disciplinedly enough to not allow that foul and not go chasing things, this free kick never happens.
Well, free kicks are going to happen in the game.
No.
It comes with the game.
Yeah, no.
Discipline or not.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying is, again, it's not showing it, but if I were to really probably see the free kick or the foul itself, I could probably tell you where they messed up on why allowing that foul. But like I said, it's like when you're a team and you notice something, it's like you're trying to prevent them from trying to get into there. The moment you lack that discipline and the other team's playing their game plan, that's, again, they're still sticking to their game plan to try to get into that situation to a goal-scoring opportunity. So if PSG really, like I said, honed in being disciplined and stuck to whatever it is they're doing defensively, like I said, that free kick never happens. So for me, for example,
here.
So for me, for example, like that, like okay, so like Neymar right now fouling,
not disciplined. He didn't have to do that.
Yeah, for me, it's like me telling that player, like, there's no need to go into that. You already know he's gonna play back. Just pressure him. Once he plays back, then that's it. But there's no need to rush into him and run into him. There's no need for that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he.
So again, it goes the same way when they're building and passing and passing and passing, and then that free kick comes. It's like this is where I say is that they're so good. They're so good at
No, that was not.
They're so good at getting other teams impatient to come
didn't
out.
Show the goal.
The free kick goal?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. No, that was before this. You went far. You went way too far. That's before that.
What?
Yeah, you're way far. 73 minutes.
Wait, it didn't show
it.
Cut
off. Oh, it cut off. I don't know. Wrong video.
Wrong video.
But that's what I'm trying to say is that's what again. That's where Pep, when a team possesses, that's where that risk comes in for PSG. Is they had at some point had to dive into whatever it is that they were that moment and cause that foul. Now, if they didn't dive in, then there you go again. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I get all that. I'm not disagreeing with those
no.
things.
But what I'm saying is that I'm
saying like it feels like you're leaving out. I think this might be it. Yeah. See, that was a hard foul. That's
but again, the hard foul.
Hold on. Let's go and see it. Let me go ahead and
just pause it when it shows it.
I just feel like you're kind of leaving out a whole part of a goal. See, here's it.
Pause it. Okay, so
there's no number 9.
There's no number 9. So again, the whole thing is because he's pulled out and there's nobody there. The rest of the team is doing what? Pushing up. They're pushing up into this to where their players are and allowing that space behind them. So Pep recognizes that space and they're saying, keep doing that. And then when we play here, now you run into that pocket. By you running into that pocket, you're going to pull this defender out, and he's going to get in behind you, and you're going to probably get fouled. And if you don't get fouled, now you're in for goal. So that's exactly what happened. So if I'm PSG, because this happened to actually in the game, I told my guys, I said, look, they're not playing with a 9 at one point, and some of you guys are starting to chase, and you're leaving this whole middle wide open. Don't chase. Stay disciplined in this area. Keep them in front of you. If he were to stay in front, that pass never gets there. That pass never gets there. That free kick never happens.
I'm gonna give you all this.
But that's what I'm saying.
No. I'm fine. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but you're leaving out a whole thing that made the actual goal. Like this helped get to the goal, right?
Yeah.
I don't think this made the goal.
This helped get to the goal,
right?
Not saying it made the goal.
My point is, what makes the goal is this. You as the goalie.
Yeah, now this is a whole other aspect.
Again.
Yeah, this is a whole other aspect.
Let me give the what if and like always scenario.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember you were watching the other episode on Amazon. They had the Brazil team.
Yeah.
And the coach is speaking and they're speaking about the wall.
Yeah.
You got to make sure your wall is gonna.
Yeah. I get that.
We're gonna be out here until this wall does everything that you're not supposed do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if these guys don't move the way they moved, everything that you said doesn't matter.
No,
because hold on, no. I'm talking about. Again, this goes to how I think of things.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the literally part and the technical part of actually happening.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about, again, everything you say, I believe and I understand now as I learn.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying about defense getting pulled out, all that. But now I'm talking about literally if this guy did not move from the wall, that goal doesn't go in and it literally just crushed everything that just happened because, again, I saw, even in the last clip that I had wrong, I saw that same guy, when 47 or whatever his name is on City, made that same run where he almost scored again.
Yeah.
Which I understand. But what I'm saying, as the players who are in the game have to do their part so you can trust them to do their part. He has to trust his players to do their job.
No. I agree on that. I agree. Okay, so I look at it at the aspect of this was the first part that got to us there. Now this second part here, okay, you want to call it just some pure shine of luck?
Don't move.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm agreeing on the wall part. I agree on that. But again, that still could have all prevented. Now let's just say the wall doesn't move. They block it. It's 1-1. There's still 20 minutes left, and City is still have had the momentum the entire game. They were bound to find another one. They were bound to find another one.
1-1 the whole game.
They were bound to find another one.
After watching this and talking to you now, 1-1 the whole game.
They would have found another one.
They should have, and they didn't.
The thing is, when you get up in the lead 2-1, 20 minutes left, you're still looking for them, but now you're still also trying to be defensive. You're not trying to rush into anything.
No, they're resetting and they're going back.
But that's what I'm saying. It's 1-1. The wall hits the wall. They don't score. PSG, hold on. PSG prevents a goal. They have an opportunity to go and score. Yeah. So they're gonna do what? They're gonna push to go score.
They're split another one. Right?
Yeah. So City 1-1. Okay, they're not gonna.
This is right here. This is right here. The whole thing we just now. This is why I think PSG is gonna win, because Bayern Munich did the same shit.
Did what?
Bayern Munich did whatever they had to do. They had 100 shots on goal, and they couldn't get it in. And this is what I'm saying. If that guy did not fucking move, the game is 1-1.
Yeah, no,
they would not have found another goal, because somehow PSG was able to fucking stop the other champs and win that game by losing that game.
Was the 27 that got red carded? He wasn't the one that caused that foul, right?
Yeah, he was. That's why he got the red card.
No, he got the red. He got a straight red. No. Go back. I
think he got a yellow from the free kick.
Yeah, that wasn't.
He was the one that fouled him.
Check again. I don't think it was 27.
Yeah.
Okay, so he got a yellow.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yellow. He got a yellow.
So he got those two fouls.
No, but then no.
So the red. He's the reason why he got the red.
No. It wasn't him. They gave it to 8. Look,
he's walking away. They gave it to him.
Yeah. See, so the straight red. It was a straight red.
Unless he had. Oh,
they gave him the yellow because he kicked the ball away.
Yeah, it wasn't for the foul.
It wasn't for the foul. So the foul was not carded. Yeah. He got red carded because he went cleared studs up into his back leg. But again, it's just, but see, it's just being disciplined.
After watching him, the way you talk about it, I agree with a lot of things that you're saying. I still think it'd be a whole different game if those guys don't move.
No. I'm not saying them. If, like I said, if the wall, it is a different game.
I believe
if the wall doesn't move, it is a different game. I'm gonna agree with you there. But now you still have to remember the aspect of, I'm City. I'm playing away. I got 2 goals in my pocket. We have a.
You're talking about if there's no goals.
No. I'm saying no. Right now, if there were, sorry.
Oh,
if there was the goal, the way it is, I'm City, 2 goals in my pocket.
Away goals.
Away goals, which is almost like double, the goals.
Yeah.
So we don't need to rush. Let's try to find another goal, yes, but we don't need to rush into that right away. I don't think the red card happens like the last 5 minutes. I think it was the last 5 minutes.
The 80th.
Yeah, it's like 80th minute. Now red card happens. Okay, let's maybe try to push for one more. PSG right now, man, we're chasing the game.
Oh,
yeah, no, I think it's the 80th. I think it's the 80th. PSG's chasing the game right now.
Yeah, but see, City's still trying.
I know. So, but again, PSG again still has not been able to do anything all game, even before the after that one goal. They got that one goal. That's what I said. For me, I think in order for City to really win this game, is going to be like set pieces, corner kicks, a free kick going in, things like that. Because
I'm watching it again.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it as City outplayed them possession wise, but PSG is good, countering and going for free kicks and things like that.
That's fine. I still think the way PSG wins this is the way they beat the first game against Bayern.
Which was how? I can't remember.
Those counters.
It was 3-2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Counters.
And because again, that you said the coach had the wrong lineup, which again happens.
Yeah.
But again, they found a way to do it. I just don't. Again, I think Bayern Munich's team and game looked a lot more convincing to actually get a goal, but they didn't get a goal.
Yeah.
Because who was missing from both of these games? A 9. Lewandowski was missing from that game.
Oh, but these guys don't have a 9. So that actually makes this worse.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, again, I'm going towards looking at this as like they got these goals because PSG wasn't that disciplined to stay on top of the game and basically shoot themselves in the foot. If they did not move, I strongly believe the game would have stayed 1-1. I give De Bruyne that lucky goal. However they were backing up into the box, I give him that goal. But now that I see everything that you said and the way this game went about, and they don't have a 9 to give them up there and actually just score those goals, because you need 9s for that, to get them the actual goals. See, that was saying how he was going. He almost got that other goal.
I just
number
don't
9
see
probably
it.
that.
I still
am surprised why Aguero's not playing.
it's a game.
If he's
plan
not
of,
fit, if he's not fit, then I understand.
No, I just think it's the game plan of Guardiola.
Well,
I
then
think
that's
it's
what I'm
game
saying.
plan. I don't think it's anything against.
Again, I'm not.
Aguero. I just think
if Guardiola found a way, which see I don't, because there's certain aspects of this game where I think like you need the 9.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But I think he found a way again. I think he's going back to the old way he used to play. The false 9. The false 9 that just moves around everywhere.
As much as we can go back and forth, I'm picking PSG to figure it out and understand. You motherfuckers gotta be disciplined. No damn cards. Take the fucking ball to your nuts, head, whatever, because that's gonna win us a championship. Yeah. Because if you don't, because I don't see any other mistakes besides, hey, Mbappe. I don't know what the fuck happened to you, but you gotta get into this game.
Yeah.
Because they took out. I don't know if Mbappe took himself out. Because I don't see like City like really stopping them. Yeah, they like you said, they hurt him. They bruised them. Hey, we're here to fuck shit up. But I didn't see.
Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta cancel that one, man?
I didn't see anything.
It was like the greatest comeback of all time.
Again, I didn't see anything City did to really scare or put an emphasis of like, holy shit, this is City. I think I'm gonna stand with PSG. Shot themselves in the foot after that goal. And was like, oh fuck, we literally slipped up. We just weren't disciplined. And Mbappe, I don't know what the fuck you did. You just didn't show up today.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I ever seen that.
Well,
so all the bad things that we never thought would happen happened for PSG because they weren't disciplined. But all the things that City did to adjust to have luck on their side happened. I'm gonna stand with it, dude. If
that's fine. That's fine.
And I think a high percentage of people could agree if they really see it that way that. If it was 1-1, we would see like a just a better outcome because those motherfuckers should have not moved. The same thing when I look back at Juventus, fucking Cristiano. If you didn't move, we probably would have had some different outcome.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree.
And that's what everyone was talking about. Yeah. I think they even did this on ESPN. I didn't see that episode, but they were just like, what's up with these guys moving? Like, see what happens when you move? All of a sudden, when they're moving, they're going to shoot in the fucking wall now because you guys are being fucking pussies.
Yeah.
Like, don't move.
Yeah, basically.
That's it. Again, I'm going technically and literally don't fucking move. It's 1-1. All this bullshit that you just said, great. I understand it now. But it didn't get the goal in.
My boy Pep.
Is that it?
Yeah.
We're good?
I think we're good.
We're good.
That was good.
Fucking A.
I'm going with City. Oh, so wait. Actually, I'll go City.
City and Chelsea? Or you're actually gonna you're literally going with both of your rivals?
No, I see Chelsea better.
Okay,
I do see Chelsea.
I was
better.
about to say
no. But again, the Real Madrid Chelsea game is the way it went. I accordingly thought it would go. Like two teams just at a stalemate. I didn't think they were gonna. I mean, I felt like they were gonna score, but I didn't think one was gonna get the advantage over the other. That's why I still think the second game might be an overtime game. I think it might be a 1-0 game. I don't think it's going to be like 3-2 or a 2-1 or a 2-0. I think the City one is going to be, I think that's going to be more PSG. We got to go and score 2 goals and then see we're going to come back and score a goal or score 2 goals. I think that's going to be a little bit more back and forth.
The second game?
Yeah, the second game.